The White Palace has issued its subtle support for napalming children and making war on civilians in general. Coming soon, a blockbuster, Birth of a Fascist Nation. The rogue government of the United States has attacked an alleged drug boat captained indirectly by Venezuelan alleged terrorist Nicolas Maduro, whose government is said to be illegitimate. It is. So are most governments, one way or several. President Felon, if you're listening, you can't just blow up boats full of people who are guilty on the say-so of a convicted felon yourself. The law prohibits such acts. Well, not for you, but for a normal person. Italy has banned bicycle messengers from working on broiling hot days, which are now plentiful and are caused by cars, not bicycles. Stop the cars. A Detroit company is asking Swiss watchmakers to build a plant in their city. However, the company apparently lacks the money for a focus group to try out their brand name. Also, their watches sell for thousands of dollars. I have a watch on my phone, so clearly they don't know shit. South Carolina, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee are gifting Trump troops. Black cities being occupied by the Confederacy. Okay, Ohio and West Virginia too. The expanded Confederacy. Courtesy President Deepfake, who has malice for all, charity to none. Meanwhile, D.C. denizens say they're tired of feeling like they live in North Korea and have turned former Justice Department paralegal Sean Dunn, known to many of me as Sandwich Man, into a folk hero. In fact, grand jurors in Washington, D.C. are refusing to indict people dutifully kidnapped by the Guardia. They have clearly had enough of prosecutors seeking harsh charges, known formally in the legal trade as lying in service of tyranny. U.S. Attorney Janine Pyrotechnic says the jurors will not be deported, but may be branded on their foreheads. In London, hundreds have been arrested for writing on pieces of paper, "I support Palestine Action," a group that has been banned due to their opposition to genocide being a bit disruptive of genocide. At a following protest, the terrorist sympathizers wrote, "I might like Palestine Action," at which point the police took off their badges and went home. Or so I've imagined. Authorities said some protesters have shown a willingness to use violence. One 62-year-old woman said, "Well, arrest Netanyahu then." She was arrested. 6 others were arrested just prior to their scheduled news conference, which just goes to show you, thank God for the Labor Party.
We will not allow a windmill to be built in the United States. They're killing us. They're killing the beauty of our scenery, our valleys, our beautiful plains, and I'm not talking about airplanes, I'm talking about beautiful plains.
The White Palace is calling out the troops to defeat America's biggest, baddest adversary, wind. The American people will unite, or anyway, their hijacked agencies will, to stop the spread of ugly, hazardous anti-oil turbines. HHS will invent electromagnetic harms, while the War Department hunts for a national security angle. The EPA will pitch in to defend beautiful, clean coal from big woke wind, and the Department of Transportation has defunded port facilities for windsploitation, calling them wasteful wind products. Au contraire, mon frère, you are wasting perfectly good wind here, American wind. Although, to be honest, it's Biden wind. Rifke Jr. offered perhaps the most straightforward objection. They ruin the view from his Cape Cod estate. 25 scientists have called the official Trump poo-poo of climate change sleight of hand, oversimplified, mixed up, and absolutely sloppy. They said the report cited papers that don't exist and quoted experts saying things they did not say. Picky. Rogue judges have informed the rogue president that he cannot stop schools from arranging tutoring for black boys, an arrangement that, as anyone can see, makes Jewish girls uncomfortable. The administration is appealing, but not very. In performance art / tech bro news of special interest to folks who oppose tyranny everywhere without exception, a Chinese dissident projected slogans on a building near a military parade in Chongqing. He hid the projector in a hotel room, left the country with his family, and turned it on 9 days later from Britain. Occupy Wall Street's Illuminator Collective is not demanding royalties. President Champion of the Workers has banned unions in the federal grovelment. Some worry this may somehow adversely affect the general public, but Prez says he does not intend to hurt the American people. That is just a bonus side benefit. The move came based on serious concerns of national security, which might seem like a somewhat overused excuse used by tyrants everywhere. This just in, it is.